welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. And today this is another Get Fit With Me series yoga edition. And we are at day 6 already. So we almost have gotten a week through this challenge. Child, we're doing it. We're doing this. We are doing this. Anyway, and just in case you weren't sure if today's the 6th day, for me, even though this might not come out on time, because I think I've mentioned before, why, but today it is June 6th for me. So this is just to give you a feel of how the filming happens and how sometimes the processing for the film or the content to come out sometimes can be anyway, that's not why we're here though. The name of this one, we're going to be doing some more balancing poses. I am doing a tree. You may not be able to see it, but that's what I'm doing. And it is balance dancer pose. So we're doing dancer pose. And it's, the Yoga B.E.A.M 30-day challenge series. I will be fully transparent. This might be a little bit difficult for me because it is one of them days for me. So, and it's one of the worster days for me when it comes to those days. So I am in a little bit of not feeling my best, but we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. I'll just be fully transparent. I have fibroids and I have quite a few of them, which are cysts. And so whenever this time happens, yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to want to get up. Just saying. But exercise and all that does help. But yeah, you get the gist. Anyway, this is not why you're here. You're here for us to do the yoga. But before we do that, also feel free to check out my unboxing content. I'm actually going to post both of them at the end of this video. But I do have a new candle that I'm burning today. I'm actually burning on beach time. It is a summer candle by the Wandering Star Candles, my friend's candle company. And I'm sorry, I keep looking back and forth because Whisper, she's ready to go. She's ready to do this yoga right now. But anyway, that's what I'm burning today. And again, if you want to know more about that, I'll go ahead and check that out at the end. But because I want you to make it all the way through this. So yeah, without further ado though, let's get into it. We are starting today's practice in a comfortable seated position.
Colliding like the stars in the sky. And I give you my all.
After being in the comfortable seated position for a couple of breaths, we are going to now make our way over into a tabletop position. We are actually prepping for our first extended child's pose.
To have you let me slip right through your fingers like sand. And I have been so caught at that I didn't even say that you could never love me from me. 'Cause you mold me into something else, change me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloom.
From the extended child's pose, we're going to make our way back into a tabletop position where we are going to now do the cat and cow variation.
No, the roses never bloom. No, the roses never bloom. Something in me told me we'd be walking on thin glass, but I I just continued on a fall, stepping over every crack, and I got bruised. I had slipped, I'd fallen to my knees, and you were ice to the touch, and I will love you till I freeze. But you moved me into something else, changed me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold, and the roses never bloomed.
From the cat and cow variation, we are going to transition to our first balancing pose, where we put one leg out and then the opposite arm out. You have the option of doing the arm. I, of course, opted for that, and we're going to do that on both sides, and we're going to do that a couple of times.
We were built to last, a permanent high, colliding like the stars in the sky. And I give you my all, but
after we do that a couple of times, we are going to make our way to our first downward facing dog, and then from there we are going to then make our way to the front of the mat, either by hopping or stepping one foot at a time.
To have you let me slip right through your fingers like sand, and I have been so caught at that I didn't even see that you could never love me for me. 'Cause you mold me into something else, change me into what you want. All I
we make our way to the front of the mat, we are doing a standing forward bend, and from there we're going to make our way to our first mountain pose of the practice.
But you have brought the cold, and the roses never bloom.
After we do our mountain pose, we then do try our second balancing pose, where we're going to get in preparation for dancer, where we lift one leg up, the right leg first up, and while we have our hands up. From lifting our leg up, we then are going to put that leg that we lift up to the back to basically transition, make ourselves in a high lunge. And from the high lunge, we are then going to rotate both of our feet parallel to each other, where we're going to then do a wide standing forward bend. And we're going to be doing that on both sides.
Change me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold, and the roses never bloom.
From there, After the Y standing forward bend, we then are going to then make our way back to a lunge. And from there, we're going to make our way to our first tree pose. And this is all part of the same sequence because we are going to be doing all this on the opposite side, but it's all part of the same sequence.
We were built to last, a permanent high, colliding like the stars in the sky. And I give you my all, but now I see that you could never love me for me. I don't wanna give my all, put myself in your hands, to have you let me slip right through your fingers like sand.
From the tree pose, we're going to make our way back to a lunge position. And from the lunge, we actually are going to change it up and make it into a lizard pose and kind of give our hips a nice stretch. Again, still all part of the same sequence.
And it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloom. No, the roses never bloom.
After doing this lizard pose and on this side, we then are going to make our way back to the front of the mat where we end up at the back of the beginning and standing forward bend. And then this is where we're going to start the sequence on the opposite side.
But I just continued on a fall, stepping over every crack, and I got bruised, I had slipped, I'd fallen to my knees, and you were ice to the touch, and I will love you till I freeze. But you moved me into something else, changed me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloom. The roses never bloom. We were built to last, a permanent high, colliding like the stars in the sky. And I give you my all, but now I see that you could never love me for me. I don't wanna give my all, put myself in your hands, to have you let me slip right through your fingers like sand. And I have been so caught up that I didn't even see that you could never love me for me. 'Cause you mold me into something else, change me into what you want. ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloom.
After we have completed this sequence on the opposite side, we now are going to make our way back to a standing forward bend.
No, the roses never bloom. Something in me told me we'd be walking on thin glass, but I just continued on a fall, stepping over every crack, and I got bruised.
After making our way back to standing forward bend, we then of course make our way back to a mountain pose in preparation for finally the dancer pose.
Something else changed me. You know what you want, all I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloomed. The roses never bloom. No, the roses never bloom. The roses never bloom.
We do get to the dancing pose, and then from there we do end up being back in a standing position.
No, the roses never bloom. We were built to last, a permanent high, colliding like the stars in the sky.
After being in standing position, mountain pose to rest in between, we then do the same thing on the other side where we get in preparation of the dancer pose, where we go from like a flamingo pose to a dancer pose. And then this is going to be close to getting to the point where we're going to wrap up the practice, because this was the crescendo of the practice here.
And I have been so caught at that I didn't even see that you could never love me for me. 'Cause you mold me into something else, change me. You know what you want, all I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never bloom. No, the roses never bloom. No, the roses never bloom.
After the dancing pose, we then do make our way back to that mountain pose, and from there back to standing forward bend, where we then will transition back to a downward facing dog, pedaling it out, and it's going to be our final downward facing dog.
I'd fallen to my knees and you were ice to the touch, and I will love you till I freeze, but you mold me into something else. Change me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good.
From the downward facing dog, we make our way back to all fours, and basically we're only on all fours to get ourselves to lie down on the mat. And once we are lying down on the mat, we're just going to give ourselves a big squeeze with our knees and our chest, and this will get us to where we then will make our way to corpse pose, aka Shavasana, and this will conclude the practice soon.
We were built to last, a permanent high, colliding like the stars in the sky. And I give you my all, but now I see that you could never love me for me. I don't wanna give my all, put myself in your hands, to have you let me slip right through your fingers like sand. And I have been so caught at that, I didn't even see that you could never love me for me. 'Cause you mold me into something else, change me into what you want. All I ever did was love, and it wasn't good enough. We had tried to make this garden for two, but you had brought the cold and the roses never blew.
So that does conclude the practice. How I would rate that. I actually am going to rate it a 9.5. It was really, really good and very much needed for this morning. I was kind of just not feeling my best for obvious reasons. Yeah, it got the job done. And also, I mentioned it in the other balancing video. Balancing is like one of my favorite parts of yoga. So by default, it's gonna be at least a 9 for me whenever there's balancing involved. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I love me some balancing poses. I guess that's one of those things where you know how sometimes you work out and you're just not really wanting to do it, but you know it's gonna be beneficial. Balancing poses for me is one of those things. I love doing it, but so let me take a step back. I actually love doing it, but the reason why I love doing it is because I know that I am doing myself such a service by doing it. So in turn, it makes me even enjoy it more. I already on paper kind of like doing it. Because also I feel like I get to let out my inner child. Because when you're younger, clearly your balance is more there. The older you get, especially if you're not doing yoga or certain things to keep your balance in order, that your balance kind of goes away, and that's where falling and stuff like that can happen. And I'm not the most graceful person just by nature, so anything I can do to combat aging elements that will cause me to be more clumsy than I already am, I'm gonna try it. Especially if it's in a nice, healthy, efficient way. So I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed that there was a dancer pose. No warrior poses this time. So that's even kind of crazy that I still rated as high as I did, because I didn't do any warrior poses, but I do love a tree pose. And I actually love the dancer pose, and I don't get to do a dancer pose often. And as you saw in the video today, I actually was able to do it and I was in the moment. So whenever I'm doing a practice, I'm in the moment. It's everything. And random side note. So For those who wonder why I always have to have the ambiance, aka the candles, whether it's my friend's candles or in general, because before my friend even made candles, I always was a candles girl. But one of the main reasons why I do candles is for these type of practices, because that is what I use as like my concentration area to balance. She calls it shrifty. I think that's what's called shrifty, where you find a vocal point to focus on so that you're not in your head and you don't like do, this when you're trying to balance. I was looking directly at the flame. Both ways I was doing the dancer pose. So I wasn't even thinking about the rest of the world. And one thing that's kind of weird, I don't know if other animals are like this. For whatever reason, Whisper, she knows when I'm doing balancing poses. Like, she'll do the yoga with me at the very beginning, but when she sees that the balancing poses are going to happen, she's like, you do that, girl. She leaves it alone. So I didn't have that distraction either, and I typically never do whenever I'm doing a balancing pose. And I hope I'm not eating my words by saying that. Anyway, but that does conclude the video. I do want to mention, I am going to actually do probably 2 live fertile videos next to review. One came out like a couple days ago, and the other one came out about a month ago. Both of them are 30-minute practices, so I'm going to do both of those. Not in a row, but I'm probably going to do one day along with this challenge, and then another one another day along with this challenge. So that's probably how that's going to work. But the main reason why I decided I'm definitely going to need to incorporate her is because I don't know what it is, but ever since I started doing this channel, and ever since it's been that kind of the time, I feel like her practices have helped, like a lot. So that's full transparency. I want to do them because they actually helped. Like, I don't feel as horrible. And mainly because her yoga practices are actually catered towards women's health and that kind of situation. So yeah, we're going to do that next. Anyway, if you get anything out of the content, and hopefully I didn't gross anyone out, I wasn't trying to be TMI, but hey, humans, science works. This is how things happen with everyone's body. Well, all biologically born women's bodies. It's just the facts of life. Anyway, so please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Ooh. Look, I was giving you some vocals. Yeah. Bye. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and today, as promised, I am doing an unboxing. I got a couple new candles from Wandering Star Candle Company, aka the Friends Company, and I want to do an unboxing. So let's go ahead and get into it. And it came in this package here. Cute, huh? Nice and cute, addressed to me, non-issue. It got directly here, so it got here easily, and it came here pretty quickly too. I ordered it it came within a week of me ordering. So, and this is a this is a Houston, Texas based company. So the fact that I got here within a week, that's actually really, really good. So just FYI, for those who have Father's Day gifts you want to provide to people, or birthdays, or holidays, or weddings. It is wedding season, or baby shower. If you want to give another gift outside of just normal baby shower, there you go. And it's nice and honestly greatly wrapped. So, and then it has like your invoice of what you got here. So I got my invoice here, and that's really, really nice. And then on the invoice, it actually describes what the candle's notes should be. So I'll be reading that as we're going through it. And This is how it's like in here. And you can tell, see, look, I'm in Texas. Oh, you did that. Look at this. Isn't that nice and summery? And I love every time he comes out with something, they come out with something new. It is like a different packaging. Hold on. Let me show you the difference here so that you guys know what the levels are to this. All right, so this is like the levels of it. So this is like the OG, like the original candle that one of the originals that he came out with that I started burning right away. I still burn this one. It's just I have so many candles because if you're like me, I love candles. So I guess now I'm no longer that I have a problem with running out of candles. Dope though, isn't this dope? So this is how it used to look, or this is actually what you still can get, like the main supply that he has. This is the one he always has like on stock. And then this was the glam design, the one that I unboxed last time. Remember this, the fluorescent? I burn a lot of this during my Get Fit With Me series, Yoga Edition, which you guys should be checking out. Most of my Get Fit With Me series are Yoga Edition, by the way. So again, check out the channel if you're not already on it for that. And then this is this one, like I said. So let me actually go ahead and read this one real quick for you. This is on island time. I'm always on island time in the summer months. Child, water, all of it. I love it. But anyway, it is a tropical beach candle. So it's going to have a citrus and agave nectar. Definitely a summer candle. Even the packaging is intentional. So that is, again, dope. All that. Oh. Child, I have to work today and this makes me not want to work. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like this one a lot. I really like this one, actually. Oh, this one's addictive. That smell is everything. All right, so then the other candle, let's see what we got here. Again, packaged ever so nicely. And just in case you forget where it's from, it's right here. I love that. That's cute. It's called Beach Cabana. What we got going on? Oh my God. It smells so good. I don't want to work today. Oh my gosh. I just want to go directly to the beach. And I can't go to the beach today because it's actually a little bit on the cooler side. It would have been perfect for yesterday, actually. But let me go ahead and give you a feel of what's going on with this one, the Beach Cabana. It is sandal and coconut, and that's what I'm smelling. So, and I love coconut, especially fresh coconut. Chef's kiss. And also, if you're a runner, athlete, or someone who has an active lifestyle, side note, coconut water is especially perfect for you, especially perfect for hydration, to quench your thirst, if you will. But anyway, it is a beach candle also, summer candle, but this is going to be more of a tropical candle. So I have a fruity candle and I have a tropical candle. And they're both beautiful and both amazing and both fairly affordable. So yeah, that's pretty much the unboxing for today. I'm trying to decide which one I want to burn because both of them smell so good. And I'm going to probably burn it while I'm doing yoga because I feel like it's going to even give me a little bit extra zen, if you will. So that concludes the unboxing. Very short and sweet. Please like